Right, hello guys. Just out on the bank, and I thought I'd take a quick 5 minutes to talk to you about one of the coated braids that's this is actually probably the best seller at the moment. Braid that goes under the name of Tarantal. I've been using this stuff pretty much exclusively on this lake, and really impressed with it. Loads of positive feedback about it, and I think the reason why this stuff is becoming so popular is, well, there's a couple of reasons actually. The main reason, and this is the same with pretty much all the coated braids, and in fact it is the same with all the coated braids in the range, the coating is to die for. So we've all been there, you know, you finish a rig off and tie figure of 8 loop, the coating breaks at the loop, and whilst a lot of the time it doesn't cause any major issues because, you know, you're fishing anti-tangle sleeves and, you know, it doesn't matter too much, there's just something about it that's not very nice. Also, you know, when you add sinkers and things like that, what can happen is if the coating isn't up to it, as you move the sinkers, the braids, you know, the coating can split, ruining the rig, doing your head in. And, you know, with this stuff, that does not happen. So you can really knock your knots down well, you know, as hard as you like, within reason, you know, and it will not split. Anything that you add to the rig, the coating is going to stay intact. Now, that for me is a massive bonus. You know, aside from that, look, it's jet black, right? This stuff is jet black, and for me personally, if there's ever a colour, if you think to yourself, you're thinking, what should I go for? Green, gravel, you know, you can't really go wrong with black. When you think about what's on the bottom, you know, decaying bits of twigs, anything sort of mulling about down there in the bottom, a lot of the time, if it's been there for a while, that's the colour of it. So forget about it being a silt colour. Silt is different colours in different part of the country, you know. So you could rock up at some really popular venues in the Cotswolds, put a black material out there over silt, and the silt's yellow, you know what I mean? So it's more about, I think, with a black material, just thinking to yourself, it's going to look like anything else that's on the bottom. So the other thing that I would say about this, as with all the other coated braids in the range, they are all quite sort of, they're not what you'd call a stiff braid, all right? So there's some, just thinking about some of the well-known braids out there where you've got like your semi-stiffs, your softs. I would say this is a soft coated braid. Now, it's soft, but it's still got enough. So if you're fishing balanced baits, that will kick out, all right? So rigs will reset. It's up to you whether you balance your baits properly or not, but they will reset, but they will also sit over anything that you chuck it at beautifully. You know, as I said before, with the aid of maybe a sinker, a bit of putty or something like that, which isn't going to ruin the coating on the braid, you're going to get a really nice presentation, and hopefully catch yourself a few carp. We'll have a look at some of the other braids in the range, but that's actually true of pretty much all the braids in the range. None of them are stiff. They're all quite soft. Some of them vary a little bit, but as I say, for me and for a lot of anglers at the moment, Tarantal is a really good one. 15 or 25 pound it's available in, up to you what you go for. I've actually caught them both in here, but yeah, so have a look, see what you reckon.